Boom! There we go. How are you doing, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me, Dean the Vaping Biker here once again on a Monday Night Live on a Tuesday, because that's how we roll. Now then, what we're going to do is the same as we do every time, and that is I'm going to say hello to people. So if you're watching this on playback, then just skip forward. Don't know why I was doing that way. I meant to do that way. Skip forward just 10 minutes. 10 minutes from now, and I'm going to say hello to people in that 10 minutes while I'm trying to juice up a couple of freshly wicked RDAs. And yeah, we're going to have it. So let me know who you are, where you're from, and what you're vaping on. That sort of nonsense I really like to know. And who knows, we might see your name in flashing lights. Let me just get that there. Pop a top cap on. I will talk to you about all of this good stuff that I'm vaping on in a little while. But let me get these top caps both on. I've done a terrible job of wicking those, but I was literally wicking in the last couple of minutes of getting this together, because rather than actually doing it prior to the show starting 10 minutes ago, I was seeing if I could come up with a very cool, funky intro, which I kind of got halfway through with, and then realised I did not have the time. So let's have a little look and see. Thumbs down already. That's very nice, very kind of you. Thank you very much, prick. Right, let's have a little look and see who's in here, shall we? So then, let's have a go and bang people up. How's it going, Dean? From Asheville, North Carolina, USA, vaping the Death Trap 24 and the Rage. Thank you very much, Miguel. Let me know if the sound is all right, because I was a bit bassy earlier on, and I twiddled something, and I don't know if that's made it better. Right, what else have we got going on in here? Dave says, hey from Wisconsin, so hello, Dave. We've got Vaping Biker, good evening. I'll have some Most Young Aliens out to you this week. Oh, thank you very much, Tom. Very kind of you. We've got Evening O'Biddy Caper from Not So Sunny Cornwall, or is that Not So Biddy Vapor? What? From sunny Vaughnwall? I don't know. We've got Pee-wee's just saying, hey, we've got Thomas BVB's in. Damn you autocorrect, says James in Norcut. We've got how are you, mate? Glad to catch it live. I will let you all know momentarily. We've got the UK Vapes saying, yo, Colette, good evening. How you doing? Average Skater, evening Dean and people. What's up? What's up? 1990s called. Alex McKenzie, nice to see you. First patron I've seen in there. We've got Nutty Vapes going on. All churches in here. Dean Feeney. We've got, who else have we got? Steve Clark. Nice to see you, Steve. Thank you very much. Hope you and the good lady are doing wonderfully. What else have we got? We've got, how are you, mate? I hope that you're feeling well, ticking over. Yeah, no, not dead yet. Good evening from Bavaria. There we go. There's somewhere new that I haven't seen before. Bavaria, thank you very much. Kismia. I know it's probably pronounced differently, but, you know, I'm family friendly. Viv is in. Nice to see you. Evening, Dean, everyone in chat. We're on holiday mode from Not So Sunny Cornwall. Lovely jubbly. I'm Alex from that place, vaping on a vape. Thank you very much, Alex. We've got Stav Healy Holton from East Midlands. Stav vaping on my Grim Green SQ and on K9 Clouds Strawberry Soda. I can't read tonight. What else have we got going on here? We've got Rob Edinbridge in Kent, Dreamer on combo. Nice little combo going on there. We've got from Belgium, we've got Carvin from Belgium vaping on some homemade biscuit and sugar cookie mix. Gort. What's up, Dean from Norway? Vaping on the stacked Spike V2 with a mini Buddha V2 on top. That's a nice little RDA. Haven't used one of those for a long time. What else we got going on here? Hi, Dean from VA, using the Basium and the BTFC. The pair are made for each other. Thank you very much, Hazazita. Glad you're enjoying the Basium still. Have I got bits of cotton? I think I just went into Edward Scissorhands mode when I was thinking. What else we got going on here? We've got Debussy saying hi. Hi, how you doing? We've got Hiding from Emsworth Vaping on the Enervape. Lovely jubbly. We've got OTR Vapes. Hello from Arkansas, USA. Recurve Squonk Mod with the Drop Dead. A nice little combo you got going on there. Steve Clark's vaping on the new Caliburn from Uwell. Oh, very nice too. Roy Godine is is Pittsburgh vaping on the top side with the rebuildable Goat and Battlestar Squonk mod with the Drop Dead RDA and Geek Vape Legend with a Mesh Pro on top. That was a lot of words going on there. We've got Richard Rushton in from Always Beach. We've got Dustin in from North Carolina on the Profile Unity with the Drag 2 and Strawberry Killer Custard. Brian, I hope you're well as well, Brian. Pee-wee is in Germany, vaping on several devices. Too many to write. Don't blame you. I'm with you on that one. Gareth Lynch, hype, you're all well. Gareth Lynch from Perth in Scotland, vaping on the Pulse and the Ghoul RDA with the intake from Mike Vapes on top of the Capo 100 watt. Fantastic. We've got Lassie in. Nice to see you, Lassie. Rocking the old NX75 with the Berserker on top. Good to see you. Tuesday night is live. Absolutely. We're having a good... Sound is good. Sound is good. That's good. We like that one. I'm vaping on the Rebirth RDA on my Rebel mod. Fantastic. We've got JDAs in from Borneo. There's somewhere different. We've got vaping on my 3S Lipo PWM with the 30mm Modfather RDA with 0.75 aliens from Vape. Sounds a bit angry. Sup Vapor, vaping on Angel Tears by Hometown Heroes on my Aegis Legend with the OG Falcon on top. Is that bright light behind me? Have I put that on a bit too bright? I think I have. No, Webley, I'm not. We've got Howard Leno, nice to see you. We've got Vaping One, nice to see you. And Daniel Thornton, lovely to see you as well. We've got Hi Dean, greetings from Belgium. Thank you very much, Carvin. Graham Vincent, hey evening Dean from Brazil. Vaping on a little pod thingy while re-wicking my Rose 3. I had a Rose 3 years ago. I got it stuck on the little stand thing. And I tried the freezer, I tried the door frame, I tried all sorts. Got it off in the end, but what a nightmare that was. Andy Fairchild is in, stuffing my face, bless you, nice one. Evening Dean from County Durham, says Neil M, fantastic. What else have we got? Hey Dean, vaping on the Bonza kit in sunny Dunstable. Did you get it from the man himself at the weekend, Joey Jeps? We've got Werner Pintgen, greetings from Germany, vaping on my Corona V8 mouth to lung on my Kato mod, fantastic. We've got Raj is in, nice to see you, Raj. Good evening Dean and everyone else watching today, nice and friendly. We've got the UK Vapesters vaping on the Ocular by Org Vape and Twisted Messes. Do you also have one in for review? I do not. We've got damn, I removed the first comment. Still popped up, it seems. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It did. We did it anyway. We've got Viv, lovely to see you. We've got Mick Blizzard, nice to see you, young man. Rocking Brunhild on the Heretic Mech. And we've got probably about a minute and a half left of this one. We've got good evening, Dean. I hope you're fine and dandy. Vaping on the Limelight Freehand and Citadel. Removing comments in chat just works for viewers, not the person streaming. Gotcha. Rocking the topside single with a recurve, says Sam Down. We've got Lucas is in there. Nice to see you as well. What else have we got going on in here? Let me have a look. So, hey Dean, hope you're keeping well. From me in the middle of the North Sea. Oh, the North Sea. Those were the days. Those were the days. Well, we've got Evening Dean vaping on the Artery PAL 2. Hi Dean Bristol using the KF Lite. Fabulous. Right, well, I think we are going to be launching into things. Let me have a sip of tea. I hate doing it on air, but it is. We haven't got a branded mug, I'm afraid. And that's getting cold already. So have a little vapey poos. Clouds. We got some cloud action going on tonight. So, right. We're going to go through the main part of the vlog. I will ask full questions in a bit. And so in that meantime, I might be paying a great deal of attention to chat, so don't get all upset with me if I don't answer you straight away. I will do some sort of like a Q&A after I've got through the other stuff. Otherwise, I won't know what I've said. Then I'll be repeating myself more than usual. And let's face it, none of us need that. That cup of tea is really cold. So, what's going on? What's going on? The studio is in a vast level of disarray. Vast level of disarray at the moment, but it's working. And I haven't got that little thing on the corner like I had last time. So I fixed that, which is nice. Am I a little bit too bright or am I okay? I think I'm okay. Let me just if I go all the way up that way and then turn, oh, turn my... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Dean, stop fucking around with things. Stop it. Stop it. Right. I'll leave it. I'll leave it like that. What's been going on? I've got stuff on my arm. It might be silicon. It might be silicon. I was doing some caulking earlier on. That's how I roll. So what's been going on? Motters is in. Nice to see you, Motters. Lovely to see you, my friend. And a bunch of other people. So I'm not ignoring you, but otherwise I'll just be going on with it, doing this forever. And then everyone would get angry with me. So what's been going on? What's been happening? What's been going down? Stuff, things and stuff. I've not been doing a massive amount. I've not been doing as much as I'd hoped on YouTube, which has been very annoying. Between doing some sort of more house refitting stuff or having some house refitting stuff happening, excuse me, and illness, I've not been able to do a great deal. New wheelchair though, so that's good. I'm going to be getting around a lot more, so that's going to be good. But yeah, I'd been a bit poorly, so not been able to do what I wanted to do. However, as always, hopefully that's going to change moving forward. So before I go on to the stuff that I'm going to just show you, just gear-wise, to let you know, the next couple of videos that I'm hoping to put out, I did ages ago, I did a video about how to use a mobile phone to take macro shots of coils and stuff and things, you know, and it went down really well. And since then, on more than one occasion, I've mentioned that I would do a video about how to record a YouTube video, a review. Doesn't have to be vaping, you can do it on whatever you like, but a review just using your mobile phone. And there was a lot of interest in doing that, and so that's going to be happening. And I'll be using a Samsung S8. So from 2017, so it's not going to be a new phone, but I'm going to do a video, just a short one, to show you how to do it, how to record it super cheaply, and also how to edit it and all that sort of stuff, all in the phone, no computer necessary. And I put up a poll earlier in the week about whether people use more Android than iOS. Android's won, but what I will do is I will show how I also do it on the iPad as well. So that covers both camps going on for you right there. So that makes life a little bit easier. And the editing on the iPad or an iPhone is much, much better than on Android currently. But there we go. So I'm going to do that as a video. Now, one other video that I was thinking of doing, you know, I don't review tanks. Don't review tanks at all. However, one tank that I have got the newest version of the Berserker. It's been out a little while now, and it's one of those things where I've done every other Berserker tank. The reason I've loved the Berserkers, this is one of the older ones. The reason I've loved the Berserkers is because they work really, really well for mouth to lung, particularly like a year or two ago when they first started coming out. They were offering a fantastic vape quality that's very kind of that's similar to a vape quality that you'd get from a much more expensive piece of kit, but with a bargain price. And so that's why I did a review on those. And I will review a tank if it's sort of super different to anything else, super innovative, or you know, something that I've really got a kind of a tickly underbelly about. So the Berserkers did that. Now, have I got it here? What have I done with it? Have I put it in have I put it in there? Yes, I have. Okay, so what we've got going on here is this is one of the old Berserkers, okay? And I think it looks cool. I think it worked really well and it looked spectacular. This is the new version. Now, one of the things that kind of bugs me is the new version, especially once you take that drip tip and heat sink thingy off it, it looks very similar to every other tank that seems to be out there. And I used to like the older style one because it was really obvious that the older style one, because it was really obvious it was the Berserker. Even with the RDA. Is that the tank? I've got the skinny tank going on there, I think. And the RDA and everything, it kind of stood out. The new Berserker it vapes very, very well, and I like it a lot for mouth to lung because it's one of the few tanks that actually goes tight, and I mean tight, because there's a lot of things going out, and regular viewers will know. I get my little pants in a bunch about the fact that things say they're mouth to lung and they don't offer a tight mouth to lung, and it really winds me up, because that's when I want a mouth to lung. I want something tight that you have to suck on, and something a little bit like an old cigarette, you know. That to me is what mouth to lung is. Having something that you could have a very restricted direct to lung hit with isn't a mouth to lung to me. That's quite simply how I roll. Now, we're all different and we've all got different opinions. That's cool, but that's my opinion, and this is my channel, so up your bum. But that being said, I've done all the rest of the berserkers, so do I do this berserker as well? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm thinking of doing a live review with it, with a live build and all that sort of stuff, but I'll intersperse it with some nice B-roll footage and all that sort of nonsense as well. So let me know what you think with that one. Now let me have a little vapor poos. And a little swig of tea, and we can get back into it. Zap Wraps is in the house. Don't forget to go and see Zap Wraps with a Z on the end, with a Z on the end. They do ship abroad as well, I believe. But if you want a new wrap for your Basium, or pretty much any other mod that's out there on the market these days, go and check those guys out. Not a sponsored message. They just do a good job. So get your wraps in. I don't think we ever got a code. I don't think I've got a discount code with you, did I? Zap Wraps? I can't remember. But there we go. And there we go. I think someone's getting boosh and boosh. There we go. Just deleted someone and booted them. I mean, literally no mood for it tonight. None whatsoever. And the main reason for that is one of the biggest annoyances. As you may know, I think Matt, Suck My Mod, covered this in a live stream a little while ago. But YouTube's demonetization. So that's coming back into it again. They've had another purge, so that's nice. And limited, no ads and all that sort of malarkey on a bunch of videos again. And the thing that pushed me over the edge today was they had limited, no ads, or not suitable for most advertisers on the video that I put out last week about how to fill a squonk bottle. How to fill a bottle got demonetized. I mean, what's that all about? I don't get it. I don't get that at all. So I challenged it. It got reviewed by a human, apparently, and still, no thank you very much, Mr. Vapor Biker. You can sod off. So, you know, when that sort of thing happens with a 2-minute video on how to fill up a bottle, you've got no chance. You just got no chance. And there is a bunch. I put a picture up on a couple of places today about how a bunch of my content has been done, and it's a bloody nightmare. So why is this a problem? Well, YouTube, as well as other social media, this is my job. This is what I do for a living. So that's quite an issue. But Dean, all of the reviewers earn money getting paid for reviews. You are absolutely correct. I don't. I think there's me and Mr. Bogan. I think we sort of staunchly laugh in the face of paid reviews, and much to our own detriment, end up not getting paid. We don't get paid to, or I don't get paid. I'm pretty sure Bogan's the same, but I don't get paid to review stuff, and I don't get paid for queue jumps or any of that sort of stuff. For me personally, for my integrity, that's what I like it to be. I like the optics to be just absolutely clear and friendly for everyone to see, and so that's that's how I like to roll. It's a pain in the ass because obviously I could earn money, but it's, you know, some things are more important than money. And that's how I like to roll. So that means that my income comes from Patreon and it comes from YouTube predominantly. So, and if I get any channel sponsors that are outside of vaping, you may have noticed I've had a couple of sponsors in the past that have been outside of their vaping arena, because I feel if I've got a company, say a beard company wants to sponsor me, fine and dandy. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. I'll run a little ad, I'll get paid for it, everyone's happy, because it doesn't, there's no perceived relationship with vaping. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's one of those things where for me personally, I need to make sure that I'm happy with what I'm doing, and because of that, it's quite important when YouTube, you know, has these kind of issues. Now, more to the point as well, it means that if something's not suitable for advertisers, it also means that there's potentially less visibility, because it won't come up on recommended videos, where a lot of the channels on YouTube will get a lot of throughfare, you know, we'll get a lot of information and a lot of views, because you can watch a Bogan video on a mech, and then one of my videos can pop up by the side of it, and so you go, oh, I'll go and see what he has to say about it as well. So that helps you as a consumer, because you get a well-rounded kind of look around and see what's what, but it helps us because it drives some kind of views to the channel, and views obviously mean viewing time, which means potential subscribers, which is the growth of the channel. And at the end of the day, while it's not about numbers, it's nice to know you're doing a decent job. And seeing as I'm my own boss, my boss is shit at telling me I'm doing a good job. So we have to look at things like that, you know. So yeah, so it's one of those things that today really bummed me out. It really bummed me out, because it's kind of, you're just hitting your head against a brick wall with YouTube at the moment, and no income, and stopping the videos and all that sort of malarkey, stopping the views, to me says now more than ever this is against sort of vapors, because we've had problems in the past. We've had sort of big smashes in the past where loads of channels, and I'm sure loads of channels are getting hit again now, but loads of channels have been hit all in one go, not just vaping, but it's been kind of one of those things of like, okay, so there might have been too much swearing, or okay, so there might have been links in the description to stuff, or whatever else. Now, if I do a video on a bottle and that gets demonetized and there's no links to anywhere that sells vaping stuff in the description, that's got to be because of the genre of the channel. Surely that must be, you know. So it's one of those things that's just it's super stressful, and it appears to me for the first time ever, or it's clearer now more than ever, that without saying it, YouTube is deciding to bugger off with everything we're doing. So the answer to that one is age restrict videos. That means no income at all, and nobody sees the videos. So, you know, that seems to be the way that YouTube is going to be going with that one for the time being, which sucks. Big hairy donkey balls. But there we go. So I wanted to let you know that sort of. I think I probably rambled because I was bidding people out of chat at the same time as talking. So hopefully it made sense. Anyway, hopefully. Okay, so someone's talking about nibbles. Let's have a little look. Anyone know how to remove nibbles off 18650 batteries? Yes, Gareth Lynch. Do not do that. That's a stupid idea. Don't fuck about with that at all. Just bin off the battery and get a proper one. Nipple tops used to be super popular back in the day, and most nipple tops now aren't overly suitable, or are certainly less good than the majority of batteries that we have on the market that we use in vaping in this day and age. So there we go. There's a new service for some creators that now provides a safe for advertisers button. All right. I had a look into it today. That's as far as we got. So, oh, by the way, someone let me know, underneath here, is there a little shelf of merch? There might be, I don't know. But apparently Teespring works with YouTube, so I decided to put a couple of my shirts, like this one, on Teespring, and then connected it up with YouTube. So hopefully it will come up under there. Hopefully under there should be a little shelf with merch that you can buy. I think, maybe, hopefully, I don't know. So we'll have to see what's going on. If it is, then there's a couple of t-shirts. They're basically my snowflake poster. That's up there. That's a bit different. Weirdly, there's a wall hanging on there. That's what, I don't know why that's there. I put it together at like 2:30 in the morning, and apparently there's a wall hanging. I have no idea, but there we go. Right, everyone's saying that it's all good. Teespring is there. That's brilliant. So yeah, hopefully there should be like 2 or 3 different t-shirt designs, some stickers, and the poster and wall hanging. Oh, you might have to click onto it. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but anyway, just to let you know, 'tis there. So, oh, there's a hoodie there, and there's stuff for, I've been getting a lot of grief about not doing 3XL. I think those guys do 3XL. So jobs are good. I'm not sure if it's dependent on, Michelle Daldime. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're well, Michelle. There might be, it might be different depending on what you're watching it on, whether it's on a phone or a tablet or computer. I don't know. I don't know. But there's a bunch of people who can't see it and a bunch of people who can see it. So, not a fucking clue. If you can see it, let us know what you're watching on. If you can't see it, let us know what you're watching on. Best way I can do it, I think. But I only did it the other day, so I will have to have a look into it and make sure it's all done properly at some point in time, and obviously make sure that it's all working. That would be nice as well. Right. Maybe just available for UK users. No, it's a worldwide thing, because they have American people and they have EU people, and I think I've made sure that I've chosen all the bits of merch that can be supplied in Europe as well as America. Android mobile is there, fantastic. Oh, by the way, one thing I am going to say, everybody, well, loads of people on YouTube are using it, so I'm assuming the quality is good. I've not tried it yet. I've not ordered stuff, like I said. I just put it together till the day. So, yeah, I don't know. But loads of people seem to be using it, so apparently it's very good. Android mobile is there, good stuff. iPad can't see it, not on phone. Can't see it on Chrome, Mac, and it's there on my iPad. So it seems to be on a bunch of people. Some other people it's not. So I have no idea. I have no idea. Right. What we got going on here? Hey, Vaping Biker, can you help me? I'm looking for a box mod 2 Barry for 30mm atomizers. Searched on YouTube, but only find atomizers about 2 years. What are you looking for? The mod or the atomizer? What? Hi, Vaping Biker, can you help me? I'm looking for a box mod 2 battery for 30mm atomizer. Searched on YouTube, only find out 2. I'm looking for new technology. So you're looking for a regulated one, Tom? Is that what you're looking for? A regulated, or are you looking for a mech? What? Tell us more. Tell us what batteries do you want? What's going on there? Right. Okay, so Teespring shirts are very good, says Rob Wiggles. Excellent. So I hope that's all good. So some people can see it, some people can't see it. Don't know why. I don't know. Can't do anything about that. But I will look into it. Right, so what else have we got to worry about? What's this juice? I haven't tried this juice yet. Oh, that's not bad. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I'm in the right thing, and then we can have a nice soft fade into that. Look, what? Oh, that's the wrong way. Look, oh, batteries there. Look, there's a wrist there. There you go. Look, hang on. I'm a YouTuber. Boosh, get that up here. Right. So one of the things that I'm going to show you just here at the moment is, oh, wrong way, Dean, is this. I'm not going to go through all the juices. You know I don't do juice reviews, but this is my April sample box, and that's all of the flavors that I've had to play on there. The reason I'm showing you this is because sample box are very kind and send me some juice to try and send me a box every month, but it's not to review, it's not to kind of go mental about, it's just for me to see if I'm enjoying stuff, and yeah, so I thought it's only nice if I show you what's on there. They haven't asked me to, but yeah, just having a little pause on that means that you can have a look at the types of juices that I choose, and I really like it. I've said it before, I think sample box is a great idea because you get to try a bunch of flavors that you wouldn't necessarily try otherwise, and for me it's kind of quite nice. Me and the wife do a sample box unboxing for patrons whenever we get a new box, and we have a proper good old laugh getting through everything to taste all the different new flavors. Some of them are great. I've had, out of the 4 or 5 boxes I've had, I think I've had one box where they were more kind of than there were good ones, but the majority of the time I have a fantastic time with them. So yeah, I've had a brilliant time with them, and shit, I've forgotten there's a discount. I'll remember the discount code for next lifetime. But there we go. It's only like a 10 quid or 10% or something. But there we go. So yeah, have a pause on that, have a read. That's what I'm going through at the moment, and you'll see them. You'll see them in some Instagram posts and all that kind of nonsense. One of the things that the one that I'm on at the moment, not crazy about the cartoon gorilla at all, but that's the one that I've got going in this black setup, which we'll talk about right about now. Let me have a little vape first. Is Zap Wrap any good? I'm tempted to get one for my Battlestar. Yes, they are. Have I got one here? Have I got one here? I don't think I have. No, I've not got one of my Zap Wraps mods here. I'll put them somewhere safe. Oh, yes, I have. There we go, look. Boosh. Boosh. It's a wood-looking Zap Wrap on a Basium. How'd you like them apples? So, yeah, I think they're great. But they do a whole bunch of them, a whole mess of different wraps if you want them, and yeah, very impressed. A regulated box mod for Tom. That's what he was looking for. Tom, depends on your how much money you've got to spend, but there is a regulated Hammer of God, and you could put whatever you like in there. I think it's got a DNA board in it. It's not cheap, but it's a hell of a beast. So yeah, there is that if you want to go and have a look at that. If you're in the UK, I think Evolution Vaping might do them, but otherwise just search for Vapors Cloud Hammer of God DNA, and you'll find one of those. Be careful you don't get the non-regulated ones though, because they're series parallel, which are very angry if you're not used to that kind of thing. Okie dokie then. So, did I miss anything? Where in the UK can I find a red pulse dial kit, dual kit? Red? I don't know. A red pulse dual kit? No idea. Not a clue. Right, let's have a little look, and I'll show you some gear on what I'm vaping on, shall we? Some new things that have come in. Let's have a little look. So, this look. Oh, look. We've got Mr. Mottram. Motters, you did it earlier on, Mr. Mottram. I'm very sorry. Hang on. Oh, goodness. Oh, look at that, look. Got an animation and things. What? And you did it twice. What? Oh. Thank you very much for the super chat, Mr. Mottram. Very kind of you, sir. Right, what have we got? Shall I show you what we're talking about now? Let's get into this. So we will zoom in, and I will, oh no, there we go. So what we've got going on right about here is the Mech Life. This is the Arcless, which is with Ambitions Vapor, and Mech Life, spelt with a Y because they're cool and funky, and that's how they roll. Now then, we do have a number of of similarities. Oh no, I've still got that playing. Stop it. We do have a number of similarities with another mod. Can you see my trousers? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because I'm hip and funky. That's how I get away with these ones. Right, so did it do? This is the Coil Art mech. Now I believe the guy that came out, or the guy left Coil Art and went with started his own company with this mech life thingy, and this Arcless is the first mech that they've come out with. And so because of that, I imagine that's why we have some similarities between these two mods. You can see that the wording around the top very similar, and both black and coated and all that sort of nonsense. Also, also what we've got going on with this is you can buy a stackable piece for it as well, and much like the Coil Art jobby, there is one of those kind of rubber washer things. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Look out, look. We've got some things happening. Look, we've got some things happening. Alex McKenzie, thank you very much indeed. That's very kind of you. And Viv, thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you as well. Very kind. So what we've got going on in here is this is the stacked section, if you like. So if you're a roughy tufty and know what you're doing, and you know how to use a stacked mod, we've got some of these actions happening, and we've got these. Now these are sort of got this rubber stuff on the outside, and then it's just a contact to go in between your batteries to ensure that they make contact. I hated this on the Coil Art mod, and I hate it on this. And the reason I hate it on this is because of this outside bit. Why is this not solid? Why is this like this rubber kind of flexible stuff? Because if you put this into your mech and you somehow manage to get it caught up on the side of the battery or something like that, and you kind of mush it all in, there is a possibility that you could bridge the positive and negative contact at the top of the battery. And whilst it is a slim chance of that happening, there is still that chance, and I don't see why we have to, why this is necessary. I don't see why this is necessary. A lot of mods don't have any connection, and it's just on the batteries, but not all batteries are safe with that. But this just seems like a crap solution to me. This just seems like a really poor solution to an issue that's, you know, quite important because it's safety. So for that, I'm not a fan. Now, one would hope that the sort of people that would buy a stacked mod would know what they're doing and would double check on these things and all that sort of stuff. But due to their kind of very affordable pricing, that can, in some cases, be a little bit of a kind of an oversight, if you like. You know, some people think, oh, that's a cheap stackable mod, so I'll go and get one of them. That for me is a little bit of a nightmare. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. Now, I've been using this in single battery mode, 21700. I've got a Samsung. What is it? 21700. Which is the battery? What's the white one? What's that? Got them anyway. In there at the minute. And one of the things that I will say about this has got a removable sleeve. I believe there will be other sleeves coming, which will be very, very good indeed. But it is actually quite comfortable in the hand. It's quite a spiky kind of thing going on the outside, but it is very, very comfortable indeed. It is a constant contact button. So you've got a piece of there is a connector directly underneath, attached to the battery the whole time. And then you've got the contact that moves up and down, meaning that you're not going to have arc marks between the connector and the battery, because it's 30T. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Samsung 30T. Brilliant batteries. So yes, so it's constant contact, so you're not going to have arc marks on your battery, which is great. I'm testing something at the moment, and I've had this for about a week. Did I get this last week? Patrons that are out there, let me know if I got this last week. But I think I did. So I've got to do a considerable amount more testing before I'm willing to review it, because as you know, I'm not gonna just get a product in and throw a review up, because I want to make sure that it's legit and that everything works appropriately. So what I'm doing is I'm testing something to do with the button at the moment, or two things to do with the button. I'm also testing the finish as well to see if any of that kind of rubs off or kind of chips off or anything along those lines. And I'm very happy to report so far it is not. So that's marvelous. So it's a nice light button as well, very similar to the coil art once again. So they're probably using a similar spring. A nice light button, easy to fire, and just super easy to use all round. Oh, Church, do you have the Deja Vu DJ? I do not have that one. I do not have that one. Viv, thank you very much. Yes, about a week. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be at least another week, if not longer, before the review on this comes out. But so far, it's not blown me away with kind of originality and excitement, but it has been a very pleasant use. And so that's why I've been using it. I've used it most days since I've had it. In fact, I've been pretty much full bore mech using for about the last week now. Now, on top of this, let me see if I can show you what's going on top of here. On top of here is a little RDA, which I was asked if I would review. And to be honest, I saw the deck and I was like, nah, I don't know. I'll have a go. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I won't. So there we go. But the deck in it, excuse the coils, the deck in it is fairly kind of not very exciting, in as much as you've just got two holes and you clamp your wires down in there. It's about 19 mil on the inside of that deck, I think, if memory serves correct. And that's, to build, it's fairly simple, straightforward. The screws are nice and easy to use, and I have not had any problems with that. The top cap, however, you'll see that it's got the air coming in at the top, and then it fires down directly onto the coils. Now, I was a little bit concerned because we've seen this kind of attempt in the past, and it completely has missed the coils 100%, because this is the thing that once again, if you've been in the channel for a while, then you will know that it kind of winds me up where someone will put like an RDA, kind of the air goes in, and they expect the air to go in and then down and then bounce off things before it comes up into your mouth hole. And that's not how air works. So air goes in and up, and away you go, boost. That's what happens. Look, we've got a massive thank you very much indeed for a Zapraps super chat. Very kind of you. Dance, I'm not gonna. No, and you can't make me. But thank you, much appreciated. But but with this one, when you've got the RDA on, when you've got the top cap on the RDA, just make sure I'm lined up. I know I don't know if we're going to see this. Let me see if I can get the drip tip out, because I kind of want to show it. Right, now hopefully we're going to be able to see this. I don't know if we are. Okay, can you see right at the back there how close that coil is to the down air, or the air going down? So that means that, because when you get your coil in the right place, the air has to touch your coil, and I think that's fantastic. I think that's really, really good. You do have to be super careful when you build this, to make sure that when you put the very top section on, it doesn't touch the coils, obviously. However, that being said, it's a stunningly nice vape. It is a really nice vape. Now, this is the Sonnet, and this Sonnet is by SWE Mods. These guys right here. Oh, there we go. Boosh. That's the Sonnet. Now, I think it's coming in at around about 60 quid, something like that. And I've only looked sort of originally, and the only place in the UK that I saw it was, oh God. Oh, where was it? Where was it, chat? Where did I see it? Patrons? Where did I see it? But yes, I can't remember where it was. I can't remember it, but hopefully someone will remind us in a minute. But the vape quality on this is quite restricted. Not obviously mouth to lung, but I've got this wide open at the moment and it's flipping gorgeous. It's doing a great custom vapes. Custom vapes. Those are the people that I saw who did it. Custom vapes, and that's before anyone reminded me. Very impressed with myself. But yeah, I really enjoy. I'm like stupid enjoyed this RDA. The restriction on it is pretty much perfect for how I like to vape. It's got a nice restricted lung hit. Possibly could do, it's got an 810 drip tip, so I could put my own drip tips in there. But the drip tips that come with it are quite large. They are quite large, I'm not going to lie. I think that could do with being just a hair smaller. But having said that, I have just a fucking gorgeous time vaping this little RDA. So yeah, I've had a brilliant time with this. I think it's great. And the flavour on it, spot on. And yeah, all in all, I think that's definitely worth looking at. Not the cheapest. If it's coming in at around about 60 quid, it's not super cheap. But then again, it's not super expensive either. So yeah, I think that's a bit of a beast. So certainly something that's worth checking out and worth looking into. Anything going on here? Sonic Wrong? Yeah, it's a Swedish thing. What else have we got going on in here? I think it helps. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anything particularly special in the chat right there. I do need some squash. I've got some diluted squash. Right. So, what else have we got? So, setup number 2. Still on the mechanicals, because that's how I roll. Setup number 2, and this is something that's a little bit special, and I'm a little bit excited about it. Not necessarily the mod. I mean, the mod's all right, but the RDA. So let's have a wee look at this, shall we? Hang on, vaping my experience with the Zeus X RTA. I can't remember. I think I tried one. Wasn't super excited about it. Fucked off, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, right, let's get down into this. Now, what we've got going on here is getting a very well-used Keen mechanical device. This is the new one from Stan, Tenacious TX Vapes. And those of you that are in the know will know that with this particular mech, its kind of USP is the fact that unlike the Dreamer where you could flip it upside down, whoops, this mech comes with different rings for the top. Now what this means is the different rings that come with it will have different kind of shoulders on them. You can see that I had this one on for quite some time. You can see that the shoulder on there is quite significant, whereas this one, not so much. It's pretty much straight up. And you've also got another one there, which is just a little sort of in the middle. Now, one of the things that I like about this is it means that I can put some chunky RDAs, pardon me, on top of it. And that's exactly what I've been doing. Now, as far as the how it hits, I think it hits very well. The one thing I do not like about this, which I think is a real shame, is the Keen. I mean, I think you've got that on both sides. I think that's just spanking the logo on it that was unnecessary. I think it would look classier if it didn't have that on, and that's my only kind of negative on that one, to be honest with you. Otherwise, it's you know, it is what it is. But as far as that goes, it's comfortable in the hand to fire, and I've had a jolly good time using it, as you can see, with that kind of level of tarnishing, and it's not just kind of getting old. That's pink because it gets used a lot. Now, going on top of here is something that I'm very excited to show you, and I was able to show my patrons this on an unboxing, I think just before Expo. And this is something that I got a pre-production one, and I am loving it. Now, if you were at Vape Expo in the UK this weekend just gone, then you may have seen these at the Vapers Cloud bit of Evolution Vaping. This is Vapers Cloud's newest RDA. This is the Asgard, and It's one of my favourite Vapors Cloud RDAs to date. I loved the Buddha. I loved the big Buddha. But there is this little puppy is doing me marvellously. And that's because we've got a nice chunky 30mm outer on here. So we've got a nice big chunky size outside of the RDA. Inside, excuse the state of the coils there, we've got a kind of a block system to be able to get your wires in. Hellishly deep juice well, just a massively deep juice well. But it's easy to coil, it's easy to wick, and it's easy to vape. And the reason it's easy to vape is because in here what we have is this kind of Ultim system on the top there. Now that will actually spin round like so. And so when you're closing off the airflow, it's allowing different holes to let the air in. What you've got, and I'm not going to go hardcore into this for the moment because, you know, this will be in the review, but you've got a sort of a large slot as well as a bunch of different holes on the top there. And basically when you turn the airflow down, it closes off a bunch of those holes. But it means that because you've got these holes on the side there, it's a massively diffused vape experience, which is absolutely fabulous. It locks onto the deck brilliantly. So all I have to do if I want to alter the airflow, I can just give that a little turn like so. And the only negative that I would see on here is that it doesn't focus. No, is that I think the post holes could be just a tiny bit bigger with slightly bigger screws. That's the only negative I can throw at this currently. And I've been vaping on this one since Friday as well. The two mechs have been my big kind of, you know, what I've been vaping on. The other challenge is, particularly if you're old and blind like me, you can't necessarily always see what airflow you've got open because you've got that Ultim thing going on in the background. And that can be a little bit awkward to see what's going on there. However, once again, we've got top airflow and it's right next to those coils. It really is right up against them. So you're getting glorious flavor. And you can see that Ultim ring at the top there. The Ultim also does a job of reducing that inner chamber a little bit. So whilst it is a 30mm RDA, it's giving you a vape of something with a lot smaller internal kind of size, space, I don't know, whatever thing. I just closed that all the way off. You know, so a thing. Right, what I need to do is I need to get my airflow right. I need to get my airflow right, gang. Hold on. Right, is that it? I think that's it. So we'll get that on there, boosh. Right, boof. That was a weak ass cloud. I've got it wrong. I've got to set it up. Why have I got it wrong? How have I got this wrong? This is like literally the easiest thing in the world. Right, just boost that on there. Stop being an idiot. There we go. That's more like it. So, clouds for days. Have a little bit of restriction in there, and that is me sorted. So, between the two mechs, I have had a brilliant time with these. And both mechs, super affordable. Stan's in chat. Hello, Mr. Tenacious TX Vapes. How you doing? Stan, all I've said so far is the thing that I don't like about the Keen mod is the fact that it's got Keen spanked across it unnecessarily. I think that cheapens the look of it. I'm going to be honest with you, straight up with you. You know I love you. But otherwise, the mech works wonderfully. It's a little bit thicker than the Dreamer. So those of you that have got a Dreamer, you'll notice it in your hand. There's a little bit more girth to it. But no, that's the thing. It's happening. But it's going like a trooper. So if you're looking for an RDA that's got a nice sort of reduced airflow, that has got a sort of a 24mm outer, but is you can get a ton of juice in and get a really decent vape experience from. So far, I'm going with the Sonnet from, who is it again? The Sonnet from SWE Mods, because I think that's great and I think it looks great. Oh, the other thing, you can see that it's a different black, so it's not, you know, this is I think this is a kind of a initial release kind of, not custom color, but not in stupid numbers color, and it's not quite as black as I'd like it. It's not black as my soul, you know, so it's not quite as black as I'd like it. I'd like it a bit blacker, but all in all, works really, really well. Then if you want something a bit bigger, a bit chunkier, the 30mm Asgard from Vapors Cloud, about to be coming out very, very soon. Keep an eye on Vapors Cloud for their social media, because I think they're going to be doing some competitions and stuff. So go and check those out. But I don't know the price of this, in all honesty, I'm not going to lie. But as far as the vape quality of it, for such a big RDA, I think it vapes really flipping well. So everyone's a good un. Right, good. That's a bunch of new shit covered. Have I missed anyone's super chats? Have I been super rude? I don't think I have. Well, Dean said he'll dance for 100 in super chat. Will I? I'm pretty sure I don't. What else has been going? That's it as far as new gear goes. I think I showed you the Inikin stuff the last time I did something, and I've still been having a nice time with the Inikin Slide tank. Not a fan of the Slide, but you know, as far as the tank goes, I think it's a nice little tank. And the only other thing is the Inikin blip thing. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced on it, but you know, you can't please everyone all the time. So that's the thing. If people like it, fucking fair play to them. That's what I say. Now then, I've shown you sample box. I've shown you some stuff. Talked about the Berserker tank. Talked about mechs and shit. I think we're good. What else has been going on? For my patrons as well, I've been doing a daily vlog. Just me sitting in front of a camera, just having this kind of a splurge of consciousness every day, which has been brilliant. I've really been enjoying doing that one. That's happened constantly, so that's good. What else have we got? I can't remember. Right, that's about it. So if you've got any questions, if you've got anything you want to ask, if you've got anything you want to know, then throw it at me. Throw it at me right now. Make it a thing. Make it happen, and then we'll get shit together. We'll do that. Should we do that? Let's do that. But no, all in all, I apologise for not being about very, very often. But as I said, been poorly, can't help it. Not going to go on about it. Bosh, it's a thing. Got a new desk. That's cool. I like that. We've got... what have we got? I don't think we've got any questiones as yet. Dean, do you need to use specific cores for mech mod use? No, Brian, you do not. However, you do need to know your Ohm's law and the safety of your batteries. And also make sure that you obviously got an extended 510 on the atomizer that you put on if it's a hybrid mod. But no, it depends on what you go with. At the moment, I'm rocking some coils from who is it? I've got some MTN coils. I've got some MTN coils going on at the moment. I think they're the same as these ones. Are they the same as these ones? But I like MTN coils little packaging. It's some of this sort of stuff. So yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, I've got some of these that I spaced out and I put into the Asgard, actually. So that's rocking. They came through at about 0.12, I think, but I am using a Samsung 30T, so I'm okay with that, and I'm not chain vaping it. But on this one, I can't remember what I've got in here. Might be my coils. I might put my own coils in there. But it's not always about resistance. It's about coil coverage. That brings me on to something. Spaced coils. I would be really interested to know, pardon me, who uses spaced coils? Do you use spaced coils? Have you ever thought of using spaced coils? Because I am going to do another little 2-minute Tuesday like I did on the now horrifically demonetized tube squeezing video. I'm going to do another little 2-minute Tuesday about spaced coils, why I use them and how I space them, which is literally in my intro. So it's the easiest thing in the world. I don't mess around with screws and all that sort of stuff. I find that completely unnecessary. So I'm going to do a quick 2-minute, why I use it, what I think about them, and everyone's a winner. But I would love to know if you guys use them, and if so, why? Why do you use them? Right, what else have we got going on now? Bummed I didn't see that RDA Vaping Biker. I did pick up the new CCI 28mm. Today, Stan, were you at Expo? Were you at Expo? No, I wasn't there. I'm not doing anything this year. What else have we got going on? We've got a bunch of people talking amongst themselves. Do you still use squonkers? Absolutely. I've actually got my my Basium right here with a recurve sitting on top of it, and that's just the shutter speed making it look all flickery. But yeah, I still use squonkers. Something chronic. Yes, spaced, says Mark Hawes. Michelle Duldime, I only use spaced coils. Dean, I get good flavour from spaced coils. I also love the zipping sensation you get. I only use spaced coils on my mech, easier to get glowing red from the inside. I'm partial to a spaced coil now and then for fuller coverage, depending on the ATI. What else have we got? Pretty much always use spaced coils now, says Viv. I use space coils since they work better in TC on a mech. They seem to have less spit back. I can feel my character grey, says David. I was, Stone says, I was there and you were missed. I sincerely doubt that, Mr. Tenacious TX. I sincerely doubt I was missed in the slightest. I'm sure everyone was having a splendid time without me. Cool. Well, there's a bunch of you using them, and that's good. And the reason I wanted to do that is because, much like with the how to fill up a squonk bottle video, which is kind of common sense for a lot of people, it's one of those things that a lot of people weren't aware of. To be honest with you, just giving that bottle a squeeze and then wasn't something people knew to do, and we're getting covered in juice. So it's one of those things that for some people will seem kind of super easy and basic, but for other people will get value from. So that's why I'm thinking about doing a little video on that little puppy. So I'm going to, I think I will do that. So yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make that one happen. So thank you very much for your feedback, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have a vape. Lovely job. Vortex says, I was looking forward to seeing you at Expo till I heard you weren't going. I have been saying since the start of the year that I'm not doing any vape conventions in the UK this year. And no one's offered it for me to go to America. So looks like I'm doing none. I'm also still getting used to the wheelchair. So it means that, I'm not going to be running over your feet. And if people can't see me normally when I go around these conventions, when I'm about 2 foot shorter in a chair, you got no chance. But there we go. Right. Have I got anything else for you? I don't think I have. So don't forget, if you've got any questions, get them in. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up and we'll get it out. We've been going 1 hour and 8 minutes already. 1 hour and 8 minutes, eh? Well, I miss you, damn it, says Stan. Thank you very much, buddy. Hopefully, I'll see you next year, sir. You're a lovely man with a lovely beard. A better beard than me, and it really winds me up. But you're a lovely man. What juices are you vaping on at the moment? Well, as I mentioned earlier on, I am wanging through some of this puppy. Are we going to focus? Are we going to focus? There we go. Some of this, which I'm not crazy about the labelling, but this came in my sample box and we've got some of this action going on. But one of the things, another one, not super crazy about the labelling, but SWE, the people that make the Sonnet RDA, also sent this juice across as well. There we go. Well, a Mama Juice Gold. Now this is a kind of like a fresh pineapple vibe. Should we just do that one? That'll be a lot easier, wouldn't it? A fresh kind of pineapple vibe going on with that one, and that is a really, really nice flavour. I've pretty much spanked that bottle already, and yeah, I think it's one of those flavours that I would actually be interested in going and getting again, because that's really nice. No idea where you can buy it from, and that's the one that I was saying about a minute ago. Not super crazy about the labelling, but there we go. That's what I'm on. So got to be legit and honest with you guys. So I've ranted about YouTube being bastards with vapors and demonetizing stuff that's just because it's on this channel, for nothing to do with it. I mean, again, and I'm not going to go into the rant again, but really the juice bottle video gets demonetized because I'm showing someone how to fill up a bottle. Give a word, have a word. 2020 Expo beard off between America and tonight. See, Stan has a full beard. I have a kind of a bit of a wispy tramp beard, and he gets all this stuff and I don't. So it's much sexier. Can you show me the cotton setup in your recurve, as I can never get my one right? I covered it in the review, so you can go and check that out if you want to have a little look. But it's just put it in and bang it down. That's boosh. Get it on there. Do you have a favourite cotton brand? Yes, Muji. I have a bunch of different cottons that I can try here, but in all honesty, I don't really see the difference. I don't see much better than using Muji. Muji's cheap. You can get massive bags of it. If you go to Muji online, you can get huge bags of it for pennies, and it'll last you ages. And I go through so much wicking stuff that it's, you know, it just seems the most sensible one. And I have no problem with it. My taste buds aren't so finely attuned in a wine tastery kind of way. So I'll have certain cottons and go, oh, I get a hint of oak with that one, or you know, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Muji, get it in there, juice it up, it breaks in fairly quickly. Works and cheap. And I like works and cheap. Those two things make me happy. YouTube bollocks. Absolutely, Stan. You're darn tootin'. Stan, have you been hit by YouTube's recent wave of demonetizing stuff? Let me know. Let me know. What else we got going on here? Start the advertising now. Great live vlog tonight. Thank you very much indeed, Gareth. Very kind. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I don't get paid for doing reviews. I don't do queue jumps or anything like that. So yes, the financial aspect of not having income is a massive pain in the arse, but at the same time, when you've got limited or no ads or adult content only, then those videos aren't getting suggested to other people, so it makes it harder for people to find your channel, so your channel can't grow. And while your channel can't grow, that means that you sit there going, what have I done wrong? Especially because I'm working really hard to get very pretty videos at the moment. But there we go. So it's one of those things. Muji tastes dry to me. Put more juice on it. There you go. Fixed. All those years of smoking, Zaros. Absolutely. You're not wrong there, my friend. You're not wrong there. Just got the Basium from a new solder smell emits and leaching into the scone bowl. When I change out the cells, they stink too. I don't understand why that's the case, Mark. I would have a word with wherever you got it from, or email Dovpo. Let them know. I'm not, you know, at the end of the day, I don't manufacture them. I don't do anything. I tried to do another colour and they weren't having any of that. So there we go. Will Mrs. Vaping Biker be in your channel more? Kind of like Suck My Mod. Unlikely, Christian. She does the some stuff for when we do some Patreon live streams now and then, just for shits and giggles. But out into the big wide world, possibly, and not so much. Tenacious says, yes, sir, only my largest viewed videos. Awfully sketchy. Yeah, absolutely. My juice mixing one got done, and that was like 185,000, something like that. I think the video that I've got like nearly 4 million views on at the moment, I think that's still going. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that'll get spanked at some point. I've got a beard hair right in the back of my throat. It's very annoying. Michelle says, our second to last episode of That's What She Said over on Ruby's channel got demonetized as well. Matt said he got demonetized as well. It's not just you for sure. No, absolutely. I've heard that it is just a lot of vape channels. Now, there was a big hoo-ha before about kind of when everyone got demonetized and it was like, oh, they're killing vaping. But it was very, very widespread. You know, there was all sorts of channels getting hit because the algorithm just spanked a whole bunch of things. And there was a lot of content that I had. I mean, I had probably 20% of my channels, of my channel content get demonetized, and maybe more. And I argued the case, and it all got turned around. Well, not all, but a lot of them got turned around, and everything was okay. The biggest issue with the ones currently is the fact that even after manual review, there's still no adult content only, which is a killer when you've got to filling up a bottle. That just does me in. I got hit by YouTube a few weeks back. All my highest earning vids, all beginner orientated vids. Yep, Legion. It does seem that there is a big sort of focus on the big earners, isn't it? Which is bonkers. Dean, why not all reviewers should be getting paid for their work? Well, as in, why don't I take money? Because I know that my viewers have been with me for years, or that have been with me for long enough to know that I'm going to give you my honest opinion, whatever. I know that they know that whatever I say, whether I got paid or not, was going to be legit. However, for complete transparency and for, I think just the optics of the whole thing, and for my personal integrity, I don't take money from vape companies, and that's that. That's a thing. So there we go. That's that. Obviously, I earned a little bit from the Basian, but then again, I designed that. That's a different thing altogether. I didn't review it either. But there you go. So that's that. So we just got to keep on going. So there's a merch shelf down below, maybe, depending on what device you're watching on. So you can go and get a t-shirt. There is always Patreon. It's not in the link to this video because I've not put the links in yet, but the links to any other video will go onto my Patreon. Basically, the bronze, the $3 tier is the tier where kind of that's just appreciating your support. Thank you very much indeed. And then the $10 tier and above is where you start seeing unboxings and more live streams and me rambling. If you're interested, if you like these kind of things of me just rambling shit, it gets way worse. It gets way worse. There's like a 10 or 12 minute video every day of me just talking about anything from kitchens to, I don't know, dog hair. So that's there. I don't think that's a draw, but it's there. But it's the unboxings and all that sort of stuff that are kind of a little bit more interesting. Because you get a sort of a straight up first impression, really. So that's a thing. It's there if you want it. If you don't worry about it. When it comes to the reviews will still obviously be on this channel. Like I said, I'm going to do a video about the phone stuff. I'm going to do a video about the coil stuff. And I'm probably going to do the live video about the Berserker, even though I don't review tanks. And I'm just going to get inundated with people going, oh, but you reviewed that. Why won't you review ours? Which gets super annoying. But, you know, shit happens. What can you do? What can you do? Your opinion of Purge mod Kraken. I haven't had one, Christos. So it's Purge. It's going to be a beast. It's going to be made like a tank. So I imagine it'll be superb. But I've not had one. He mostly talks about kitchens and watching Robins. Yes, I do. But I think that's good. I think we're done. I think my Sergio is all upset. Look, he's fuck this channel. I ask a simple. He asks a simple. Sergio asks a simple. Look, everyone stop what you're doing and try and find Sergio's channel. No, Sergio's comment. What did he ask? Look, he'll get all upset at me otherwise. I'm sorry I can't talk. And oh, is he upset about me saying about the? Yeah, probably. Well, there we go. Can't please everyone. Never mind. I hope you find a channel that you enjoy. Now, I think that's going to be it. It was my birthday last week. That's another reason I took a day off. I was 45 last Wednesday. I know I look like 20, but yeah, what's going on there? I have to dye a little bit more of this to make it look a little bit white. I'm slowly starting to, expand. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, but we do it. Mark, sorry, I can't help you with that one, buddy. I don't have the answer for you, my friend. I just don't, I'm afraid. So there we go. Old new Prosper Hammer of God V4 biker. Oh, I don't know if I can say something. I don't know. The Hammer of God is a beast, not if you're a noob though. If you haven't used mechs, particularly series, this is a para series, the Hammer of God. You know, don't touch it if you've not used series mods and are competent, know what you're doing, have the proper batteries, have the proper coil building skills, and all that sort of nonsense. So there we go. Yes, don't touch it. But if you're going for the regulated version, crack on, give it some beans. It's a beast. It's big, but it's a beast. Been swimming yet? No. My patrons bought me some Skull swimming trunks in Speedo styling for my birthday, so that was nice. Right. I won't be bad to be 45 again, absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm going at 45 stone at the same time, but there we go. What can you do? I think that is about it, ladies and gentlemen, before my battery dies on the camera. So I will... I think I will see you very soon, I think. Unless there's anything else. I'm going to have a little vape, and then we'll bugger off and go about our Tuesday nights, pretending it's Monday. Honestly, I am really enjoying both of these RDAs. It's very rare that I have more than one RDA at any given time that's new in that I'm enjoying. But once again, it's the Sonnet RDA, which is this puppy from SWE Mods. And I've seen this at Custom Vapes for sure. Definitely seen this at Custom Vapes. Oh, look, we've got a Addy Tooney, you lovely, beautiful bastard. Thank you very much indeed, you sexy man. Thank you very much indeed. But yes, the Sonnet RDA, for being a top coiler, I looked at it, thought, vaped on it, fucking A. So super happy with that one. Think it's doing a grand job. I'm looking forward to seeing if they do a stainless version of it. I think a stainless version of it would look nice. But also, because it is a slightly lighter black than black. It's not, you know, which surprised me, because Sweden, death metal, that's Swedish. There's a lot of Swedish death metal. But yeah, could do with being a little bit blacker. So a stainless version, I think, would be very, very cool. Right. Happy belated birthday. Thank you very much indeed. And right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me on another live show. I hope it's not been too rambly for you. I know it's been reasonably rambly, but fingers crossed it's been viewable. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Merch shelf down below. Patreon stuff in descriptions of every other video. And on that note, I will see you very, very soon. Have it large.